Alright, what I have here are all the ingredients to make a mini jig hook flash tail whistler. Starting with a thread, I like big fly thread, eagle claw jig hooks in size 4 for the mini. You can see the eye is well below the hook point, which is important to me. Lead dumbbell eyes in yellow, yellow bucktail, gold flashabou, some barred grizzly yellow hackle for the collar. This is the base of the collar, the red chenille, and some saddle hackle. Optional, which I don't use on the mini and the original does, is some crystal flash, which would go on just before you put on the grizzly hackle. Alright, plan here is to tie a jig hook whistler, and this is a mini. This is probably going to be a speed tie video because I assume that everybody already knows how to do some basic fly tying. I'm not going to be covering techniques, just materials and maybe a little bit about what makes the fly great. Right now I'm putting a pair of small yellow lead dumbbell eyes on this jig hook. Alright, next is a tail of yellow bucktail. I just hand stacked this. By the way, the thread I'm using is red big fly thread. Good stuff. Alright, next comes the flash tail. And again, the original would have a little bit different color on the wing. A lot of times it's a mauve color to imitate what you get on a lot of baitfish, herring, and shad. Sometimes you see certain colors. This one probably imitates more bluegill than anything in the waters I have. You could put in crystal flash. I don't put it on this mini. It just starts to crowd, make everything too much at the tip, so I skip that. What you do with this fly next, though, is you put barred grizzly hackle. I have some yellow, and I'm going to put one on each side. So this red chenille, what it is kind of a body, and it's also kind of a backstop for the last piece, which is a very thick collar. And that's, to me, two things make this fly. The bucktail is one. Once it gets a little wet, it moves like marabou. I mean, it moves great. Love bucktail. The other thing that makes this fly what it is the heavy hackle collar. It's so heavy that when you strip it, it kind of thumps in the water. Every time you pull it, it moves a lot of water. And the fish feel that, or hear that, however you want to say it, in their lateral line. And so it attracts fish. It's kind of like a blade on a spinnerbait. So that's what makes this thing a great seeking pattern. Alright, here's the action on the jig hook whistler. And the action with a little less current or a little less stripping power.